And welcome to my YouTube. I'm ALANCOOK, the proud owner of the MIDION painting, which is the man serenading the woman on the right hand side. And she is the Mona Lisa in her later years in life. This is when she was super young as a teen, very young. I'm going to show you that my image is in the Mona Lisa, and here is the area we're going to be concentrating on. And it's taken me only about 7 hours to do this, so bear with me. Let me see if I can finally get this YouTube going for you. My wife went for a dog ride, and this is the MIDION, and this is an image of the area, which I'll give you a little more concentration area of where it is, but it's preset. Now let me show you, when I overlay this, it's going to come out to where it goes across everywhere, but I'm going to show you where the identical fits are on this that he does. Okay, so for instance, if you take a look at his eye, we're going to zoom in on his eye. You see the guy with the top hat? Okay, it's long ways, about almost 1 o'clock here. Top hat, and he's hidden in this black, and you can see the oval in the eye. You can also see the big mustache, but the mustache is everywhere in this. Now I'm going to pull this down, and you're going to see this same image is right, whoops, you're going to see this image is right here. Okay, and I'm going to zoom in on that same image for you. That's the same image. Now I'm going to put that over the top for you to see how she fits perfectly. There it is. See? Boom. Perfect fit. Okay. So if you pay attention, now I'm going to lock this in. Okay. When you, there we go. If you see the image, I'm going to boot this up. If you see how he has his big eyebrow hidden in here, and he's got his ovalish eyes, he has it here, he has it here, he has it here. It continues. Then he has a big bushy mustache way down here. Let's see if that zooms. You can see right in here his big mustache. It gets bigger and bigger, and you can see. Remember, it's like a car going down the road, and you see out the back of the car with the swoosh lines on your drawings. This is his swoosh lines. It's here, then he tells you it's here, then it's here, then it's here, and he gives you the points of where it goes. If you really take a look, watch. Here's a perfect example. You see how this all of a sudden goes up and down, 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 these zigzags, like a heartbeat. Okay, he's always right in love, and he's not sliding his work across like on a conveyor belt. He's shifting it. See? He's shifting it. Boom. And it goes up, goes down. This time he goes down. And if you see these pieces, that's what he does. If you follow his forehead, you can see how his forehead is in the darker area. You pull it back down, you can see the darker area. Now when you put on the pinpoint, see, then here's another really good one. We're going to pull this down. I'm going to zigzag out of it for a second, and we're about in the right cut line. You can see the area right here, and I'm going to zoom. Okay, here's perfect example. That's the guy that we're talking about. But if you look right in between this guy and this guy, he is again, and then he is again in white, then he's in hidden, but he's got an outline, different outline, another outline, and he goes, and then he starts aiming down a little, then he starts aiming up a little, and even more, and it goes on and on. So you can see these lines that are floating, and he tells you where he's going. So let me reduce it. Okay. This is the area we're talking about. Now, if I was to put that there, and then take this image and give it to you a little lesser, and try to guess the area it is because of the time frame of this YouTube and setting this up. And this is one of the areas that it would be. Now, here's the factor. Okay, let me. You can see where it's going to be. It's going to be about right there. That means it will be right here. But when I go to reduce it even more, her face is going to be here, and his is going to, I do believe it's right there. He's everywhere, okay, because that's what he is. He's a compulsive. He's a compulsive. Okay, now, right there is where her face is going to be. Now let me show you her face, how it fits in there just right. Right there, and it will shift. If you can see how he sets it up to be, you can actually see the eyes and the face. So if I move this away, you can see the flow of the chin down here. Even though this is black here, that don't mean it's going to be a portrait to where it's already been cut and nothing else. He can actually even make this even bigger. It comes out bigger, and it fits in there, and then he fits in the next line, and the next line, and a bigger line. And if you follow it, you'll see these lines. Watch. Just a second. Let me make sure I don't lose you. Okay. Let me show you what it is. Okay, you see the design of her face, right? Okay, so her design of her face actually starts here, then it starts here, and starts here, and here, and here, and here. It goes on. You can see how it gets bigger. Okay, now I'm going to pull this back, and if you follow these, you can see how they get larger and larger and larger until he ends up covering her with whatever area as far as it goes. And as far as I believe is that no matter what image that you put on there, he's duplicated it to be everywhere. Don't ask me how 100% how he had the mathematical brain to do something like that. He would need a super computer. But if you put this back up here and you line this up, you can also see when you pull this down. Let me see about pulling this down, and I'm going to scoot this over. I want you to see her band. Okay. Okay. In general, that's close enough. You can see her eye. You can see how the face, depending upon whatever size, but you can also see her headband. Her headband would be here, her headband would be here in a curve, and you know that's her headband because he puts the curves in them too to let you know you're there. So let me show you how far I've gone with this. Okay, that is the median. That is the Mona Lisa that's been taken to where it's been all the colors trying to get out of it to pull. It gets really super wild. This is only about 1,000% of just the front straight up and down layer. Okay, so he actually has his hand in her cleavage right down in here, and then he has his hand over here, and he has his hand over here, and it goes endless and endless and endless. He's had her hand over here. He's just magnificent in his way. If you open this up and you take a look, you can see this guy. You can see this guy right here. You see that guy? Well, that guy is is just right in this right there. Whoop! I lost him because it went back. Hang on. He would be right here. Okay, that's him. But don't forget, he would not only be here, he would be here, he'd be here, here. All these are the same, but what he did was change them in different colors and different schemes, and he hid it under different layers. So if you end up with this big image, here's a perfect example. Let me reduce this. Here's a perfect find for you to show you that it's there. As I told you, this is this. Well, how do you know? Because this is this. Okay, and that's the way it is. And then this is this. But this and this, so is this. And then so is this. So when you take it and you line it back up, they fit when you slide them, because that's where you want. Look at that. This has a nose. Watch, it has a nose. You put it in there, nose is right there. Perfect. There's the nose again. There's the nose again. There's the nose again. Again and again in between. He slides it. He gives his markings. This guy is something. Look what else I just saw. Off on the far left, you see this guy. And let me reset this. And this is real hard. If you guys can see this, you're on it. It's very hard, even for me. But it's there. The image is lined up, and here it is. But here's the black image in the corner that's under mine. But when you put this up, and you line up with the noses of the main one that in which I said, and you got this guy, you can have it here and here. But if you pull this down, you can see here's the oval image, or the rectangular-ish, oval-ish image is right here in stars. Then it's here again in stars. Then again it's in stars. Left and right. Let me zoom in for you so you get another shot out of all these. You can see the oval. You can see the oval. Those are the same but hidden under different layers. If I zoom in even more, now you're going to say, well, that one has a triangle and that one doesn't have a triangle. Yeah, but he marks it to where this, that under in here, he puts his layers where you have to pull them. And if you look up here, you can see this big round piece, and you can see this big round piece. You can see these stars running through here, and you can see these running through here. Okay, so again, if you really want, I'll pull this back one more time for you to get it together. Let's see if I can show it to you. As you know, this, and here's you got your lines. Here you got your lines running right on through here. Here you got your lines running through. Okay, and then above you do too. And so he's got his ruler in a sense out, but his ruler is of his own formula, and it's an awesome one. It's an awesome formula. Okay, so obviously he was the greatest. So I want to thank you guys for all the viewing, all the subscribing, all the kind words, and thank you for staying at home. And I want to leave this with God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. And you guys have a beautiful, beautiful night. Amen.